abusing a woman, neglecting a woman, being a coward, a fool, being like your father, Adam. Who do you think you are? You are not God. You are just a man. You're not an impressive man. You're not a responsible man. You're not a noble man. You're not a respectable man. You're not a responsible man in any regard. I don't care how successful you are in this area. If you are a failure, it clouds all of your dignity. It robs all of your masculinity. There is no excuse.
What up, everybody? This is James Hall. Welcome to Restoring Heroes. The Bible says in Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20, woe to those who call good evil and evil good, and woe to those who call bitter sweet and sweet bitter. This is nonsense. I cannot believe the Olympics will allow a biological male to abuse a woman. Domestic violence. Now we're cheering for domestic violence now? We're that insane to cheer for domestic violence? Seriously. This is where the world's coming to. But this is the end game of the feminist agenda. This is the end game. When you make everything egalitarian, when you flatten everything out, when you make everything, there's no hierarchy, there's no differences, there's no difference between male and female and bone density and muscle density and all those things. You get this craziness where Angela Carini gets hurt, gets demolished by a man, and she gives up in the middle of a fight, screaming that it's unjust. And the man is walking around smiling with a smile on his face, like, I did something strong. And the referee had the nerve to hold his hand up in victory when we just witnessed domestic abuse, but you go hold his hand up in victory. This world is going crazy, but this is the end game. I repeat, this the end game of feminist culture and effeminate men. Effeminate men want spotlight, and you see this twisted turn, this twistedness of misogyny, where now it's not misogyny is no longer men acting like men and mistreating women. It's men pretending to be women mistreating women. That's the new misogyny. That's the new feminism. That's the new wave. That's the new evil is good and good is evil. Because if you say something bad about this stuff, you will get blocked. You will get demonetized. You will get all these things. But it's up to us men as heroes to stand against this nonsense. This has gone on too far. It's been going on in your pulpits when you're having female preachers and female pastors and female deacons, and now it's bleeding over into the culture. Now you have grown men beating on women. It started with Fallon Fox. Now it's in the Olympics. It started with William Thomas, and now it's and we stopped it. But now Paris is letting this happen. The Paris Olympics with the gay Papa Smurf and all this stuff that's going on with the trans and all these people. Look, it has to stop. The Bible says, woe to those who call good evil and evil good. The Bible says in Romans, people that do this, you know what they need, but it's even bad for the people who cheer for them, who cheer for it, who clap for it. This has to stop. This is the end game. Angela Carini is the end game. Ryan Gaines is the end game. This is the end game for these people. When you make everything equal, when you flatten everything out, and I'm not talking about equal opportunity, I'm talking about when you say there's no difference between male and female. You put women in danger. You don't believe all women because men could be women. You don't believe that it's insanity. And it's time for it to stop. This was a cowardly act. And if you're not already boycotting the Paris Olympics, you should start now. If it wasn't the Last Supper stuff that's already getting you, you should start right now. This is nonsense. This is injustice. This should get you riled up. And if it doesn't, woe to you.